You come in when I introduce you, babe? What's that? No, I have 2 more minutes before I even go on. Which will hit right at 8:30. So I'll still go off at 9, but I'll start a half hour late. Is this a 5 minutes? I recorded the song I wanted to use, and I never got to upload it or anything. Wake me up when 2020 ends. That's how I'm going to use the rest of the year for my intro. About 40 seconds for me to start. Yeah, not for you. Countdown is about to start. Boing, boing. I had my mic all the way, just like I do now. So you're hearing me talking to my husband in the background. Most likely. All right, everybody, take a drink. It is time to get started. And I didn't have myself on the right screen. It has been a Monday. It has been a Monday. Yeah. So, Monday, Bloody Monday. That's what I'm calling today because it has been a hell of a Monday. Yes, I'm supposed to have my ears on because this was going to be what I was going to wear to do my paint pour. I'll show you real quick. Without glasses, preferably. But, let's see. I guess I can leave it on. He's there. My dog's going to get jealous, though. Okay. See, I love me some pigtails. And I love purple. So, hey, there you go. And I love wine, too. Well, I'm here. It's Monday. Like I said, Monday, Bloody Monday. And America, you got to get your shit together. And GSD, get shit done. Today we did do some stuff in the studio. We got a bunch of stuff in redone a little bit and more electronics put in, and it has been a bitch. And my backdrop back here, I knocked it down, and it's Monday. That's all I can say is it's Monday, Bloody Monday. And right now I'm drinking Pepsi because I don't have any wine. I don't have any wine right now. Well, I have wine. I just didn't go get any wine. So when I drink, you have to drink with me. Now, I did record. I haven't got it set up on the thing yet, but I recorded this sound. When you hear that, it means drink. So right now I'll do the sound. But in the future, it'll just be more of an automatic kind of thing. But so anybody that has any ideas or thoughts or stuff that you want to see or have happen, please, please send me messages, let me know. And I will be happy to do those things for you. So anyway, I have somebody that just came in. So he's going to be on this show with me today. And we're only going to be here for a half hour because we're late coming in. It's supposed to be 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And I'm a half an hour late to begin with. So I will have Steve come in, and that's my husband. So I'll introduce you all to my husband, Stephen. Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
Did you watch your game last night?
Of course.
You did. And how was it? How was your game?
We beat the Bears. That's all that counts.
That's all that counts. So I understand you have a bet with somebody on what? Oh, okay. He's working on getting his mic together. Sorry, people. Oh, excuse that sound.
Yeah.
That's a little obnoxious. That's my stupid little rapping mouse, and he raps cheese, cheese, baby, cheese, cheese, baby instead of ice, ice, baby. But his batteries are dead, so I need you to rip him open, give him
not a problem.
Give him surgery.
I'm sure I can find a knife here somewhere.
Do not hand him to my dogs, but do surgery, and then we can replace his little batteries in there so that he can sing to me, and maybe I'll make him one of my little sounds. I don't know. But anyway, so he noticed that I was doing my show without any wine. It's empty. So he's so sweet and kind and walked in here with a bottle of my favorite. Is that Saint Michelle? Chateau Saint Michelle Riesling is probably one of my favorite bottles of wine. I really like it. A lot of people don't like Riesling, but I really like Riesling. And so anyway, like I said, if anybody has ideas or whatever they want to see on our show or my show, just please let me know, and I will be happy to share that with you all. Oh, such a nice. Okay. So again, you don't have wine, but you have a beer you can drink with me. We can there. That is to all the amazing stuff that he did today, getting everything installed.
Well, that's why we're running late. I had to work today, so I had to wait till I got done work and then get to it and try and get everything hooked up.
Yeah, and I did a bunch of stuff before he was done with work. Undoing cables, moving cables, and getting stuff kind of more prep for him, and then knocked down my backdrop. But I knocked it down. It was actually good because I knocked it down and actually thought it was.
Quit looking at that one. Look at that one.
I was looking at you, actually.
Well, you keep looking at this and not looking at that. I keep scolding her to make sure she's looking at the camera and not looking at the monitor.
Well, but I'm getting ready to put something on there. That's why I was looking just now. So anyway, I knocked it down because I was trying to fix it, and the screws were just in the wall. I thought we had them on with anchors, but we didn't have them on with anchors. So we redid it and put anchors in, and now it is much better. So anyway, the plan for today got totally blown out for me because I was planning to actually do something. And what I was going to do, I will pull something up here to show you guys in just a second. Steve, talk about the stuff that you were working on getting installed, and partially like why, we have a little bit of a disagreement with some of the people out there that say, oh, you can do a YouTube and you can do a show in 5 minutes. with
Yeah.
your cell phone and no skills, no tech skills, and no major equipment. And that you could do it with very inexpensive, cheap equipment versus what we now have.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure you can do it, but if you want to be taken seriously, if you want to look professional, you want to sound professional, if you want to get followers, if you want to be
Compete.
the competition for the mainstream media, which is absolute bogus nowadays, you've got to.
Well, don't you think that like really all the YouTubers and people out there that are doing shows and doing their art, doing whether it's paint pours or sculpting or home repair, DIY, all that stuff is entertainment.
Yep. Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people that are now like citizen journalists, and they are doing politics and covering what's happening in our country and giving all that different type of stuff. So you have all the same elements. I mean, there are people that are doing, like Lady Knockers is comedy. And you have other ones that are doing comedy and they're doing skits, they're doing little movies, they're doing little. So we are the competition to
mainstream networks.
mainstream media, and they're losing big time to YouTubers.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got anything from YouTube and all the different networks that are popping up out there. One of the ones that you and I watch, Blaze TV. Some of the different things that are out there. There's other stuff out there than the mainstream media because they are definitely biased. They are definitely have agendas in place, and for the most part, we don't want to follow that. That's not what we're looking at. We've gone through there, and like you said, yeah, if you want to go out there and grab your cell phone, grab something real cheap and easy, yeah, you can go through there and get started for next to nothing in 5 minutes. The main thing comes down to, what type of product are you going to have? What type of following will you develop based off of that? The more, if you want somebody in there to do that, you need the effort to invest in your product. We've gone through there and put together a pretty good package, I think. There's still some stuff we're working on. Today we rearranged, and I really was a little bit frustrated with the setup because someone had a desk here that was a desk and it wasn't a production facility. And
well, what do you mean by that? It's still a production facility, but why are you saying it was just being used as a desk? What he's trying to say in a very nice way is I was clustering just crap on my desk. Anything that I was dealing with, whether it be mail or a receipt or junk or salt and pepper shaker and hot sauce, it was all still on the desk. Hey, my desk is really clean right now. Are you proud of me?
Well, it's much better. We put a lot of effort into it. A lot of what we're trying to do is.
Well, my note cards can't really go anywhere because I write my notes for my show beforehand.
That's one thing, but mail and, like you said, salt and pepper shake. Those are not pieces that need to be part of a production.
Those shouldn't be on here, is what you're telling me.
No. We have your Rodecaster. We repositioned that so it was in a little bit better spot. Didn't interfere with your boom mic as much, so get the boom in place so you can move that around and not have that an issue. We got a brand new piece today, the ATEM Mini Pro. Trying to get
we've had it from right before I got sick, and then we just now finally were able to put it in.
Yeah, we were just finally able to get it installed. We've got that, and we're still working on a few things. We got to get some attachments for it. We have the unit hooked up. We have a camera hooked up to it. We've got an output going up to a main master monitor for us, so we can see the different monitors or the different cameras as they're going at each time. So we have those things set up. The big part was just trying to get everything lined up to where it was functional, it was reachable, you could get to it, touch it, feel it, make it work the way you needed it to, when you wanted it to, and stuff like that. So there were a lot of those things that we were working on. So we're getting there. We had a lot of rearranging to do to make all that happen. So
Well, and we had a lot of delays with having to go through the illness and being sick and having to get through that and get better. It wasn't there's a lot that has happened in the last 5-6 weeks that has made things a little bit more difficult.
I think we have a snoring dog.
There's a snoring dog down there. I was like, you went quiet. What's up with that? So, we had a lot of delays, and I don't like the fact that I've got a video I'm getting ready to show you, and I've got 2 of them actually. So, what I'm a little bit irritated with on this video is that it is going to be sideways. And I did not go in, because we were working on all this stuff, I did not go in and was not able to save this and turn it around. But we will just do the best we can with what we've got. How's that? And just do the best we can. So the whole purpose of showing this one, and I will make that a little bit bigger. Okay, so what we are doing here is, this is what was supposed to be tonight's show. I was going to do my first live pour, and so this will be my prep, and I will do the pour tomorrow night. So if anybody wants to be on with me and watch, please come in and chat. If you want to be specifically invited, please let me know. You can DM me, you can send me a Facebook message, whatever you want. But I am happy to share what we're going to do with that stuff. I don't know if there was any sound on this. Yes, there is.
Once that's done.
Hold on a second. What?
Turn that one up.
I know how to turn it up. I didn't know if I even wanted to hear it. Thank you.
No, I have to. It doesn't matter where you put it. What matters is looking at the screen and seeing if everything you want is in the screen, and if it.
See, that's why I didn't really want to have any sound
You
yet.
had-
Because I didn't want any sound yet, because I didn't know. Okay, so ignore all of that, and we're just going to talk again for a second, and I will get the right video up here, because I don't know that this is the right video yet.
Well, what did you do?
I don't think it was the right one. So, because this was obviously, I was just trying to set everything up. So I think that tells me I need to turn that camera that way.
Yep.
So
I would say so.
it's this is all a learning curve for a lot of us. I mean, it's not like we have big production equipment and we're getting there, but it's not like we are already there.
Right.
We're getting there. We have some great stuff now, and we're starting to be able to do things like this right here. I don't know how to do any of that. Oh, see,
that's how you do it.
That's how I'm getting my hair recut.
Mhm.
I really liked it when it was cut like that.
Yep.
I wish I could real quickly. I guess I could take the branding off for a second so nobody could see. Whoops. So go back to normal StreamYards. I wish they had like there. That's a better one, at least for right now. So
You just need to make a new one. That is
that's
just
a little bit smaller.
absolute minimal.
Yeah, because we tried to use this one and Steve was like just his little bald head just stuck out of the wine glasses just a little bit. And I think that says time to drink. I don't have my button yet. I recorded that last night. I was going to do all this editing work today, and that didn't get done
You know what they say about good intentions.
because it's Monday, Bloody Monday. And so I did not get that done. So anyway, we got that. So that's kind of cool. And then see his poor little self. He just hiding back there.
Hi.
Just hi there, Steve. How are you? Are you back there? I don't know what I'm doing.
Go to media player.
Go to that one.
Mhm.
Okay, he's gonna teach
then-
me while
and
I'm
then
on. Should I put this back to this one though,
probably.
so they can maybe see you?
Yeah,
Okay, so now what do I do?
See where it says still one?
Uh-huh.
Click on that. And now
Okay.
you can go to, like that one there. Go go down one more.
Oh.
Go down one more.
Well, what's wrong with that one?
Because the one more is the one that you liked.
Oh, well, yeah.
And see.
So then
And you can
just go right
fade
here.
that one right in.
And there you go.
There
We
you
love
go.
everybody. We love everyone. We just love everyone so much. So please, for all I can say is cheers to everybody. Please have a drink, have a chill, sit down, relax, enjoy. And if it doesn't go the way you want, have a drink.
No. Well, that, and in addition, if it doesn't go the way you want,
Fuck it. Just get naked.
hey,
Oh, I'm sorry.
where's you don't have a beep button?
I
yet?
don't. I haven't. I recorded it
What?
incorrectly, and it didn't work. It was supposed to be automatic,
You're supposed to-
and it
you're supposed
didn't
to
work. So I'm working on that. I'm working on it. Right
You
now.
got-
Right now, I'll
your
do. I'll
list-
do it
your
for you. You
list-
go ahead and read that for us.
Your list of working on is getting longer and longer. And
I
longer.
know. I know.
You better get
I
your
have a
ass in gear.
I have a huge working on it list, like the bleeping snowman we're working on out. So we're working on a 16-ish foot,
Yep. How about that?
16, 17-ish foot snowman.
Mhm.
Frosty, that will be in our front yard. We're super excited about that. We have the whole body is put together now. Maybe tomorrow I will cut out the circles and paint them for his buttons, and I probably paint the rocks, because I'm going to paint rocks that look like, actually I could probably just go buy a really small bag of coal
Yes, that's something.
from well, I don't know if anybody carries any right now.
Who knows?
Maybe Home Depot or something. I don't know. If they can't, I'll find some rocks and I'll paint them to look like coal. I'll paint them black, and they're going to go in the eye holes. And then I found this piece of wood that's just the perfect shape to go and make into like a little cob pipe, but it's all wood. So I like that one. And then when we had a huge windstorm, excuse our dog interjecting herself, but when we had a huge windstorm, we had two big, huge branches go off into our yard. And that's our dog. Sorry. We had two big, huge branches fall off in our yard. So those are going to go into being part of our arms. And then we'll come up with something to make for a nose, a carrot nose, and then a scarf and hat. And I'm going to spray it all white paint. And then I'm going to use that spray frocking, right? That's what we came up with.
I think we used the frock. Yeah.
it's that frocking stuff that's meant for outdoors.
It's frocking amazing.
It's frocking amazing. It's frocking cool, man.
Cool, man.
Frock it. Just get naked. Oh, that's what I can say now. Frock it. It's winter time. It's snow time.
It's snow. It's Christmas time. It's frock it.
Christmas time. It's frock it. Just
Frock
get
it.
naked.
Frock
Then I
it.
don't have
There
to
you go.
beep it either.
Yep.
It's frock it. Just get naked. I
You
like
bet.
it.
Yep,
I
that
like
works.
it. Hey, Charlie, do you like it? My dog came in again. So anyway, the whole point is that we have the ability to do some really cool stuff. So Steve and I are going to do some pre-recorded stuff that is called DI My House, capital D, capital I, little m, and a capital Y. So DI My House, and we're going to do the projects that we do here together and cool projects. We've got so many planned to do, but we're doing it with recycled material, repurposed material as much as we possibly can, as little buying material as we possibly can, so that we can show people how you can do things that you really want to do, but if money's the issue why you haven't done it yet, then why wait? Find a way.
Right. I mean, you go out there, and Tori's mentioned many times. I have not been a giant fan of trying to repurpose pallets, but right now with the current environment, the way things are going, they're in supply. Something that we can get a hold of. We do have a project that we have lined up that we're going to be starting here really soon. We just got to finish getting some materials together and make sure we have everything ready to go. And we want to go out there and grab the pallets, and we're going to pretty much extend our shop and connect it with our shed and use pallets to put it together. We do have some other wood that we had prior. We had an old deck that we used to have that we took down, and we still have a lot of the structural material from that, the 4x4s and stuff. So we're going to use that, and then in conjunction with that, we're going to use the pallets and what we were able to get together and put together an extension of the shop over to the shed and get it enclosed so we can utilize it. So
now part of the delay on that was we really wanted to have the floor in concrete, right?
that was the plan originally, because eventually we wanted to be able to redo that completely and have a concrete floor with the whole thing, but it's just.
So what was the solution that we came up with in order to still do it now?
Well, the plan right now is we're going to use pallets. We're going to put pallets together, make sure they're leveled out, take
for the floor.
Yeah, for the flooring, take other pallets that were that we have and fill in the voids in the pallets we use for the floor. Get everything lined out, leveled out, make sure everything's nice and square. So that way it's feasible and workable. And
yeah, because we have toolboxes and equipment that's going to have to be on it and can't be all cattywampus and falling all over the place and all that, right?
Yeah, so we got to have it so it's got a decent flooring to it, so that way it's usable for us for what we have to do. And then eventually the plan is, one by one, we can take pallets out and then replace it with concrete in the future.
So you just take one pallet out and make that area concrete. When you have a little bit more money or time,
Yep.
You get another one. We have our own cement mixer, so we can do a small. You can't use the small. I mean, it's not small. We got the biggest one, but that they had that's non-commercial and it's electric and all that, but it only does a few.
It only does a yard at a time.
A yard at a time. So doing that, you can't do 900 yards with that at once. By the time you get a corner poured, you're going to end up with getting dry before you
Yeah.
worked it.
Right.
And so you can't really do it. I mean, I guess if you had multiple people just running it and working it, you could probably get a big section done. But if you're doing a small pallet size or even the big pallet size, because we are using some big pallets too. But if you do the big pallet size, you know, somebody can be making concrete. We have our daughter here, so and our son, so he can come over and help. But we can pour, somebody working it, somebody making, somebody pour, somebody working it, somebody making. So 3 people could get, and that's how many yards do you think a big pallet is? Like two and a half, 3
Well,
yards.
you gotta figure. I can't tell you off the top of my head, but you know,
Okay.
I've got the regular concrete calculator where it depends on how thick the pad is and how
All
thick,
that stuff. Yeah.
you know, so the size of the pad, the length times the width times the thickness, you know, calculate out your yards
Right,
and stuff
right.
like that. So
Well, our time is almost up. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And then I will see you tomorrow, and I'll be live, and I will be doing some pours. I am actually going to do like 7 or 8 different pours at once, not at once. I'll do one and then I'll do the next one. I'm not going to do all.
come on, you're good at multitasking. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not making one of those. What are they called? The triptychs or whatever, with multiples that are all supposed to look the same. No, I'm doing individual ones, but they're going to be really cool. But first, before we go do that, I just want to remind people that if they have not watched, please do yourself a favor and check out this show right here. If you have not checked out this show before, she's super funny. She is on Monday through Fridays, and she's super funny. So I'm going to share this one thing with you really quick, and just in case you haven't seen it, I mean, she is really funny. That's Lady Knockers, and you wanna see that show. She's pretty funny. Little anecdote here for Lady Knockers, so people can come and watch her show. It's Lady Knockers Uncensored on YouTube, and ignore the followers. Please follow us. Please subscribe to mine and to that one, because I pretty much have no followers or no subscribers yet, because I just deleted everything and started over from scratch, because the old stuff that I had, there might be a few old videos on this one, but for the most part, I just got rid of everything that I had in the past, because this was supposed to be something totally new and totally different. It wasn't meant to be the stuff that was before. This one is Cheers to Wine. There you go. Cheers to wine. I should use that one when I tell people to drink. But it was meant to be Cheers to Wine, and primarily an art show. So we can do lives and stuff like that while we're doing it. So that being said, I just want to remind everybody of what happened to it. Oh, I guess it's right there. So I just want to remind everybody, I will be here Monday through Friday. On the weekends, sometimes I might do a show, or we will do my DI my house, and we will talk about that. That will still be on this show, because I really only want to maintain 2 of these. Doing more than that is a little bit more than I'm wanting to do. So, and since that's still kind of art related, it's DIY, but it's still kind of art related. But I think it's time to take a drink, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do tomorrow. And tomorrow should be really fun. So please come. It's going to be live. It's going to be cool. I'm really excited about it. So let me show you really quick what we will be doing. And I hope you will like it. Okay, so apparently I don't know what happened to the sound. It is all the way up. So I guess it didn't record sound the second time. That is very weird. Oh,
On all the way through.
that's why, because I had the sound off. So we will start that over again real quick. And
We're back again. We are going to be doing a live of all of these things. I think I'm going to separate them out. So the boards that I'm using on this one are these ones. They're very thin. They're hard on all the way through. I didn't want to stretch canvas for this project. I am building a little box that's going to go around these so that they can be done and hung on the wall. But I'm not going to do anything super fancy with the back of the box. But there's a reason why I'm doing these ones this way. But we'll get into that part later. So what I am going to do, obviously this one won't go on here. That's awfully big. That'll be for a bigger pour. I also have a giant snowflake for this, and the giant snowflake are for the two bigger pieces. But I got these from the dollar store. So what I did is I used to tattoo. So I have these little tattoo ink cups. If you can see those, the little ink cup. So when you're tattooing, you put the ink inside the cup and your machine just goes inside there for the ink. So anyway, I still have a whole bunch of those. I really don't tattoo much anymore. I'm kind of never made it in the industry because I wouldn't cover myself fully in tattoos. So I kind of left. I love tattoos, but I'm not going to be shamed for not having a bunch of crappy ones in places I don't want them. So that's a whole nother story. So anyway, what I'm going to do, and this is kind of my idea here, if you can sort of see, let me put it up here. If you can sort of see in there, you see the shadow effect? So that's kind of what I'm going for. And so I'm going to do the pour with this. And then I am going to try, I don't know how it'll work. I'm going to try to go and quickly rinse all the paint off of this. I did buy several, so if it comes out the way I want and I want to leave the paint, then I might leave the paint and reuse the same one. But once too much paint gets chunked in there, so I'm going to try to rinse it off real quick. Don't care if the glitter comes off or anything like that. But the intention is once it's done, and we get all the ink, or the ink. Now I'm on the ink. So we get all of the paint poured on here because we're going to go right over the top of this. And then we're going to quickly grab this out of the way and move it. And then we're going to do our tilt and get it where we want it. And then when it is all dry, the intention is to glue this back on in the middle, allowing for when light hits it to have a shadow effect and a three-dimensional snowflake on the front for these are Christmas gifts, and several clients were asking me to do something unique, and that's what I'm all about. Victoria with a K, think outside the paint and come up with unique and different alternatives. So another one is this guy. I don't think it's a super attractive ornament that I would want hanging on my tree. It's very plasticky. You could decorate it. You could paint it like I'm going to, or you could glitter it. You could do all sorts of things. But I love the fact that it had offset cuts on the back and the front. So when I do the pour over it, it's going to come through these ones and then it's going to go through a second time. And I want to see how that's going to look. So I got that one. And again, I have this one. This one's going to be interesting if we can even do it on this canvas, because this one is going to have to be way far down. And of course, if it got hung back on here and glued back on, I put this little piece of wood on the end just to keep the bottom part because it's long. You know, it has an elongated tail basically. And and what I did is I glued the little cup onto the end because I didn't want this much surface being, and I had other blocks of wood that were taller, but I didn't want that much surface to be where the paint's going to pour. So I wanted it to pretty much, and this one I'm going to attempt to center it long ways diagonally so that when it hangs you can see, and then I will glue it down. And this part up here I don't think we'll have anything glued to it. It'll just be glued up at the top, and it would hang at an angle like I can't even get it in the picture right, but it'll hang at an angle. You'll see when I'm finished because I always go through the finished product. So we're just going to attempt a few different ideas. This is another one, very similar. This one I'm not sure about. This one I really am not sure about because I'm probably going to have to hold because it's very flimsy. So we will see. I may have to hold it and pour right over my finger. Or have my husband come in here and gently hold while I pour. So we will see how that one comes out. This one I am super excited about. There's two of them, but this one I noticed, this one right here doesn't have the leaves cut out as well, so I would have to take an X-Acto knife to clean those up. This one, for the most part, everything is really good. So what I loved about this is that, to me, I saw it being very similar to the strainer pour. So you have all these offset places on here, and the cool thing is what you see on one side is also on the other. So it has its own little stand, and getting it kind of level is going to be fun, but it's got its own little stand. And I'm going to probably just try to, I think I'm going to pour over the whole thing and see how that works. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see. I also got this one, which I think might be really cool because as you pour and fill that bottom cup, then you can go to this second layer and see how that spans out, because that's going to drop over the top of what's coming out on the bottom. So we'll see how that one works too. But we will see. We will see how that comes out. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I did get myself a little bottle of champagne. I'm not going to show the label because some people may know what this is or whatever, but I'm not going to show the label because I'm not an advertiser and I don't want to get in trouble. So I am going to, if everything comes out, I'm going to pop some bubbly and celebrate a little bit. So let's see how these turn out. I'm excited to try, and I'm going to do these all live. I'm going to do one this afternoon. Oh, my camera just decided it wasn't in focus. I'm going to do one this afternoon. I haven't picked which one. I may do two. I might do
I didn't get
this one and this one and see how they come out. And then I might, and then whatever I do, I'm going to replicate tonight, but I am going to do a live doing snowflake pours. So we will see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still have a 12 pack. So I will have 10 to do tonight. So I don't think I'm going to do 10. I think I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will end up doing 6 tonight. 2, 4, 6. So we will pull those out. I will do 2 today and then 6 tonight. And then I have 4 more to do. Well, actually I have like 30 to do because of clients that I've already ordered. So we will get these things done. And I'm so glad I started a YouTube channel, and I hope you guys will start following me and you will start seeing what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff live as well as stuff that will be pre-recorded. And my husband and I are doing a DI My House. D, capital I, capital Y, but DI My House, because there's a lot of projects that we're doing, including the one we're working on right now, which is like a 16-foot snowman that we are making for our front yard. So that hopefully will be done by this weekend and everyone will be able to see it. Great. Wonderful. See you then. Bye.
All right. We're back. So that is the plan for tomorrow. Even though today got kind of roughed out of that and I did not get my pours done because I was too busy doing technical stuff, and my husband helps. Trust me, I had to text him or call him. He's remote working from home, so I did have to yell at him, honey, please run in here and help me. I knocked the backdrop down. So he did run in and help me with that. But it's nice because he can go in the art room while I'm in here, or we can switch. That way we don't disturb each other. But I got part of it done. I got that video done. That's what I got done for the paint pour, because, and I got it cleaned up from the last disaster in there yesterday. I tried to do a Liquitex because I've been having a lot of issues with doing the seal, well, the varnish or whatever over the top of my pores. And I've read all these other ways that people are doing it. I don't know how they're getting it so clean and so nice, because I always end up having some kind of streaks in it. So somebody said that they do it like a pour, and they do whatever ounces of the Liquitex they use 25% water added. So I did the math. I have a scale. I do all my measuring with resin or paint on a scale. I do not eyeball it, and I do not look at. So I have the amounts that I'm normally supposed to do, and I do not just guess. I actually do the math, and I do it on a scale. And so I did that, and I did the pour, and it did tilt, and it got, but the thing with Liquitex is it starts drying from the bottom to the top. So as it was drying, it's still flowing. The top is still flowing, but the bottom is drying. So it starts doing this. And it won't go anymore. And it doesn't really flow over the top either. So I finally set it upright and let as much flow off. And you could just see some of the areas where it was just too much. And it was still wet enough, even though it really wasn't moving very good. And I took a squeegee, a giant squeegee. I have this big squeegee that's like this long, it's a foot long. And I took that and just scraped the whole thing off. And very little was left behind for it to dry. So I didn't like that technique. Not going to do it again. I know that Bloom does it with one of those giant sponges that are like for a car with a pantyhose over the top. I may try that. But I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing previously, which is the spray. And the reason I was trying not to do the spray is because the spray is really hard to do in the winter. And because you really kind of need to do that outside. I do have a respirator. I do have a window. I do have ventilation. And I can go straight in the bathroom with the door shut. But I still don't know if the fumes would get in the house and be too much. And I don't do well with fumes at all. So that's why I use respirators and stuff like that. But anyway, that is the plan for tomorrow. So if you want to join me tomorrow, we're going to grab a glass of wine. So the whole point of why I'm doing this, by the way, is because it got really popular for people to go to the little paint and wine. You know, you could paint a picture and have a glass of wine with your girlfriend. Well, right now, because of coronavirus and our government's a bunch of idiots and China, I told my girlfriend last night, it was really funny. I we were texting back and forth, and she was having a problem sleeping, and she said, I said something about I haven't been able to do anything for 5-6 weeks. And she said, gee, I wonder what that was. And I said, China. And she's saying back, and she said, you're so funny. Now I'm just typing it, but she knows what I talk like, so she knows what I was meaning. And then I came back, yeah, it's like a chia pet, but in your lungs. So anyway, join me tomorrow. Even though we can't go to the sip and paints, I think that's what most of them are called, is like sip and paints or whatever, wine and paint. But since we can't go, you can wine and paint with me. Bring your bottle, bring your glass, have a full glass, have a full bottle, have a sip. I don't care. Have whatever you want, but come and let's paint. Let's chalk. Let's do art. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy. Let's DIY. Let's reuse resources. Let's make things happen. And, even though it's Monday, Bloody Monday, and I'm still saying WTF, America, what the F is going on? What the frock is going on?
What the frock?
What the frock is going on? And please, everybody, think outside the paint. Thank you so much, and have a blessed night. It won't play, so we're gonna go off. All right, thanks everybody.